Hey all you action figure enthusiasts out there, this is JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with MarvelousNews.com, your #1 news source for everything Marvel. And for today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Marvel Legends 6-inch Paladin figure from Hasbro. Now this figure is part of the new Deadpool wave, and it comes packaged in the same style that we've been seeing with all the Marvel Legends. You've got the black box with the Legend Series logo up at the top. The figure's clearly displayed in the window box. Then down below you've got the Deadpool logo and the name of the character. On the sides of the packaging you have some artwork for Paladin, and then on the back of the packaging you have a look at the actual figure, a brief bio in multiple languages, and then down below a look at all the figures in the wave that you need to get in order to complete the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure. Alright, let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside the packaging along with the other contents. Now first of all, this figure comes with the right leg for the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure, and I'll be taking a look at Sasquatch in its own review once I've looked at all the figures in this wave, so be sure to check back for that. Now besides the Build-A-Figure piece, we also get a couple different weapon accessories for this figure. So first of all, we get a pair of pistols, and we've seen these pistols used before in the Marvel Legend line, and with these they've used a gold plastic. Same with the knife that they've included. You've just got the plastic gold blade, and then you've got the wrappings with the black on the handle. I don't know why they made his weapons gold. It's not like he's known for using gold weapons. He's not Goldfinger or something like that. So I guess they just thought the gold color matched nicely with this purple outfit. Now he can hold the weapons nice and tight in either hand, and he actually has trigger fingers for both hands. And then they've given you one gun holster on the left leg. Now this is kind of an error because I believe generally he's always drawn with the holster on his right leg, so I don't know why they stuck it on his left leg. And then this holster actually does not hold the gun very tight, so you know, if you move the figure around a lot or turn him upside down, that gun's probably going to fall out pretty easily. So just be wary of that. You also have a place to sheath here on his right leg that you can put the knife, and that does stay in there nice and tight. Okay, so for the figure itself, this seems to incorporate Paladin's more modern look as opposed to his classic look, which is a little disappointing to me. I'm more familiar with the character from like the 90s when he appeared in Amazing Spider-Man. I thought it was kind of an odd choice that they included this character in a Deadpool wave as opposed to a Spider-Man wave. Maybe he's appeared more recently with Deadpool, I'm not sure. Maybe he was in Thunderbolts. I haven't really read the stories of Thunderbolts with Paladin in it. But as it is, like I said, I associate him more with like Silver Sable and the Wild Pack and Spider-Man. You know, he appeared in a number of issues of Amazing Spider-Man back when Todd McFarlane was drawing the comic, and McFarlane definitely made this character look good, which is why I'm kind of disappointed they didn't go with the more classic look. As it is, my favorite story with this character is actually a Punisher one-shot where Paladin's hired to take out the Punisher, and US Agent ends up breaking his legs. That's really why I like the story, because I'm a big US Agent fan, and he was featured in that story. But for this figure itself, they seem to have done a pretty good job overall from what I've seen of incorporating the modern look. With the head sculpt, he's got those gold goggles, which are supposed to be yellow lenses, I believe, and they've just used a metallic gold paint. And then you've got some nice sculpting detail with the top here with this black portion with the line work that looks like padding. And then you've got the straps that go from the goggles that go all around the head, and you've got some sculpting detail in there. Good skin tone and everything. And then he's got this vest that looks like, you know, is a bulletproof vest. Looks like the way they've sculpted it, looks like it, you know, it's definitely made of a hard substance. And I've like the texturing on the front here, and then all the line work, so it looks like it is an armored type vest. And then you've got these metallic silver tabs up here on the top and here on the sides, and then you've got the metallic silver for the buckle. So I think all that looks good. And you also have some nice detailing on this on the back as well with all this line work. So I think that looks pretty good. You've got the purple on the arms, and then he's wearing these wrist guards, which again are done with black plastic, and you've got some line work sculpted in there. As I mentioned before, he's got the holster on the left leg. Even with the modern look, I think that's an error. I think generally when you see the character, he's got the holster on the right leg, so I'm not sure why they stuck it on the left leg. Not saying he's never been drawn with a holster on the left leg, but generally it's on the right when you see him in the comics. And then he's got these knee pads that have some nice nice line work sculpted. They're painted purple like the rest of the leg, so I think maybe they would have looked kind of better if they were black, but I'm not really sure what's more comic book accurate. And then he's got the boots again with the black plastic, and you've got some nice line work sculpted, and you've got the sheath for the knife here on the right foot like I mentioned before. So overall that looks pretty good as well. So like I said, even though I'm disappointed they didn't go with the more classic look, I think they probably did a pretty good job of incorporating the modern look for the character. So this figure stands at about 6.5 inches tall. Now here's a comparison with the most recent Marvel Legend Daredevil figure, and Paladin actually first appeared in an issue of Daredevil, and then also a comparison with the pizza eating Spider-Man figure. Here's a comparison with his Wild Pack teammate Sandman, which is a Build-A-Figure, and Sandman's definitely taller, as he should be. And then finally, just for fun, here's a comparison with the Jim Lee Walgreens exclusive Punisher figure and US Agent. Okay, so for articulation on this one, you can turn the head to the left and to the right. It's attached with the ball hinge joint, so he can look down really good and can look up pretty good as well. You don't get much in the way of head pivot with this one though. Arms attached with your standard ball hinge joint there at the shoulder, so you can get his arm out good. It's good rotation there at the shoulder. Has a bicep swivel, has a double hinged elbow, so good bending there at the elbow. Has rotation at the wrist and hinges on the hand, so up and down movement there. Has an ab crunch joint, so he can crunch down that much, and then he can look back that much. You get clicky noise there at the ab crunch. Has a waist swivel. Legs are attached with ball joints, can do the splits that much. Can get the leg forward pretty good, but really can't do the leg back at all. Does have a thigh swivel, as a double jointed knee, so good bending there at the knee. Then he does have a boot cuff swivel and has hinges on the feet, so up and down movement. And he does have ankle pivot and 2 peg holes on the bottom of the feet. Okay, so that's my review. So overall I would say this is a pretty decent figure. I am a little disappointed that they didn't go with the more classic look for the character, and I'm not terribly fond of the weapons that they used. I don't really like the gold color that they used on them, and I was definitely glad at Toy Fair to hear that they are working on new weapons for Marvel Legend figures so that they can quit using the same ones over and over again. Overall though, if you are a fan of the more modern version of Paladin, I think this is a figure you'll definitely want to check out. Now this figure, along with the rest of the wave, has started to hit shelves at places like Toys R Us. Big Bad Toy Store should be getting this wave in stock very soon, either at the end of this month or early next month. We'll have a full image gallery up at marvelousnews.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. As always, leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below. I'm getting really close to 40,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate the help. You can also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.